Tate number 6, even though I just had a mishap with the Tate numbers. Hey guys, so this is my second ever Gravity Falls video. In the background you may be able to hear my mum, because yeah, this is her YouTube channel as I'm not old enough to have my own yet. Yay, no. Right, at least she lets me make videos for her channel. So, today I'm making my second Gravity Falls video, as I may have mentioned already. I don't know if I have, but I have a feeling this will be the right Tate, because this is Tate like 6 or something. So in the last video, I mentioned that there would be a part 2 of my gravity of that video, and that it would be Mysteries of the Bell Cipher Wheel.
Dee, dee, dee.
You might not have been able to hear that, but that was my mum going dee dee dee. So, as we all know, the people who are on the Bell Cipher Wheel, well, we know most of the people who are on the Bell Cipher Wheel. Question mark represents Zeus, which is on all of his shirts, and he's very mysterious. See my last video. The crescent moon with the little square at the back represents Stan because it's on his fez. The pine tree represents Dipper because it's on his hat and his surname is Pines. But that could obviously represent anyone else in the Pines family. Ford, Mabel, Stan, obviously Dipper because that's who it actually represents. And of course all the people who believe that Mabel's third twin or clone theory. Libam, which is just a stupid theory. No offense to people who came up with it and spread it, but seriously. Also, if you don't come up with a theory, I would believe it if you didn't just reverse Mabel's name. Libam sounds stupid. Please don't. She just made like a superhero like bam motion and said mouth Libam. That was my mum, who owns this YouTube channel. I don't even know what Tate I'm on. I think I said Tate 6 at the start of this. This is a really bad video, but I want to get on with this. So, the crossed star with the eye on it represents Didion, because it's a symbol on top of his tent of telepathy. The 6-fingered hand represents Ford, though it's theorised that actually represents the journals, and the glasses represent Ford. More on that later. The llama, well, that's been a bit of a mystery, so I'll move on to that a bit later. The shooting star is obviously Mabel, because it's on the front of her bubble. That's an obvious giveaway. And it's on the front of one of her sweaters. And then there's the heart with the stitch on it. You see, this is Robbie, but some people have said that Robbie is also a zombie. No. Well, there's a lot of evidence, but I don't think they'd do that. Sort of makes sense, but anyway. So, now we move on to the glasses. Now, the glasses I will actually move on again, because I have a bit more to say later on. Right. So now we move on to the next mystery, the ice bag. Some people say this is blending, some people say this is the shapeshifter, which always I have more to talk about that in a bit. And some people say this is blending. I personally don't like the shapeshifter theory, but Blending and Wendy, I don't think Blending is that important, so it's probably Wendy. Especially as she's like in all the theme tune things when other people such as Didion aren't really even in the theme tune except for right at the end. Then I think the shapeshifter might be in that. But I don't like the shapeshifter theory. It's not Blending either, so it must be Wendy. Right? Well, she's definitely had a lot of connection to ice. She was the one who needed the ice for her black eye. She was with them in the haunted convenience store when Dipper got the ice bag for Wendy and Wendy's friends, including Robbie. And then there's the fact that she's all cool. Chill? No, not really, as we find out in Society of the Blind Eye. But she does tend to fit with the ice band. I think that is who the ice band is. I want to talk about the shapeshifter now. You see, that really creeps me out, partly because, look at that guy. Partly because when he dies at the end, the form that he says is Dobby Dipper's last form is the form Dipper makes later on in the series in Northwest Mansion Mystery when he turns into a tree. So that just freaks me out now. Okay? I have had nightmares about that. So I don't want to talk about this anymore because that is just creepy. The fact that Dipper's dead or something, because that was the last form he took. I don't know. So creepy. Please don't leave the room. Please don't leave the room. Please don't leave the room. I'm scared now just to watch this picture. Right. Sorry about that pause. You may have been able to hear what I was whispering, but I'm going to move on to the llama. You see, this is Pacifica, right? See, other people would say this is Libam. Again, Libam. Not even going to talk about Libam, but except for the fact that my mum has a theory that Dipper's real name is Mabel because there was a mistake on the name thing. I have a theory it was Libam, but Libam is a stupid name anyway, so I don't really know. Can you not interrupt my video, please? Sorry about that. My mum came to talk in my video. This is a really bad torty video, but right. I'm just saying that the llama is Pacifica. Though I don't because she's very vicious against Mabel, and the wax head guy, the wax head of Larry King, mentioned that what? I'm not going to edit this out. One take thing, even though it's take like 7, but one take thing. Right, wax Larry King's head at the end of Headhunters mentioned that llamas are nature's greatest warriors. Pacifica is very, very vicious. Anyway, so that's first reason why that's Pacifica. Second reason is that this is honestly sort of made sense, but this next one sort of made sense, but not really. Another reason why the llama should be Pacifica doesn't really make sense to me, as I've mentioned 3 times now, is that on Mabel's sweater, it's the other way round from from on the wheel. That made sense because like Mabel is Pacifica's enemies, opposites. But third and fourth, probably best reasons in an accidentally leaked image. I think it was leaked. It was in like a new trailer or something that was then taken down. Pacifica is wearing the llama sweater. Llama sweater. I'll just let you think about that. Final one is, there are lots of llama paintings in the Northwest Mansion, in Northwest Mansion Mystery. So, yeah. I think she's llama. Finally, we have the glasses. I will talk about this because it's crazy. Sheriff Blobs. Think about it. Think about it. What do those glasses look like? Oh, Sheriff Blobs glasses. Yeah. And Carpet DM, when he finds the glasses, when Stan finds the glasses in the new room, he's like, oh, that's Sheriff Bob's spare pair of glasses. Then when he's pondering it, he doesn't want the kids to see that it's Sheriff Bob's glasses. When he's looking at them later on in the episode, it's because he's remembering all the times he was in prison in different states of America. See? Makes perfect sense. Sort of. Now we have another thing I would like to mention. This is my second theory. Where you are on the Bell Cipher wheel connects who you're opposite from. Now, the question mark, Zeus, is opposite from the six-fingered hand. That's because both Ford and Zeus haven't really been developed very much. Because we still have a lot of mysteries about Ford and a lot of mysteries about Zeus. Next up we have the llama, who's opposite from the ice bag. Two mysteries. Let's say the ice bag is Wendy, because that's what I've said in this video, and the llama is Pacifica, because still think about it, but yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Right, they're opposite each other because they're both tall, slightly show-offs, and, well, in some cases very show-offs, in some cases not really show-offs, but slightly. And they both have very relaxed personalities. Well, we thought when they did. Next up we have the shooting star opposite from the symbol from Stan's Fez. These two are because they're both very dumb and make fun of Dipper. And they tend to just want to have fun, even though they did have a couple of fights like in Boss Mabel. They tend to agree on things most of the time. Next up we have Robbie, his heart stitch thing, which is opposite. Guess who? It's the Dipper pine tree thing, symbol, the pine tree, from Dipper's hat. Think about it, they're both fighting over Wendy, who happens to be in, going right, when he connects her to Pacifica, her llama goes right through that match. Oh, look at that. So, next up we have the glasses opposite Gideon. The glasses, and also that was Sheriff Blobs. Sheriff Blobs was the first one who had been at the Tent of Telepathy place, and before, and it was actually mentioned. He was the most Gideon crazy one there, and he was the one who arrested Gideon and was most heartbroken about it at the end of Gideon Rises. And that brings us right back to the question mark, Zeus. See? This makes good sense, and this is why I believe that the glasses represent Sheriff Blobs. Anyway, this video is getting way too long now, and I have a lot of outtakes to put together, and a lot of pictures to edit. So, bye guys, hopefully see you next video, where you will see all my rubbish takes for these two videos. Bye! Also, this next video might be quite long, but bye!